Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name's Cinderellimouse and I'm here today with the Prairie Dreams Kit by Miko for The Sims 4, and this of course is courtesy of the EA Creator Network, and thank you very much to them for the code. I'm not going to be doing a giveaway for this in this video. I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing all the legal requirements in the UK. I thought I was, but then I've kind of noticed something where I thought, maybe I need to rethink how I'm doing this. So give me a moment to think on that while I figure out my best way of doing the giveaway codes in the future. But thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you learn whatever it is that you wanted to learn from it. So jumping over here, as soon as I saw this, like the name of it, just these two figures, the dress and sorry, you can hear my sim nattering in the background. They are doing a very annoying animation back there, which will become clear in a moment. But yeah, I saw the dress and the kind of like braces outfit, and I was like, this is such my style. I am a whore for cottagecore, and I was immediately interested. Very much to my taste. Similar with autumn apparel, I just knew I was gonna like that kit. So let's have a look at this. So it says The Sims 4 Prairie Dreams Kit. Now, I'm gonna say I really like the style of like tradwife clothing, like cottagecore tradwife. I think it's really pretty. I personally enjoy an ultra feminine style. I don't necessarily like a lot of the politics and, you know, thoughts that go along with that, some of the pitfalls of that choice. It can go a little bit Handmaid's Tale, you know. But the actual aesthetic, the style itself, is just so my vibe. I was listening to Lana Del Rey while I was making The Sims for this. I just went to like a different plane of existence. I was just in my happy zone. I was making Sims. I was excited for the new kit. Like, I like the style. This is kind of the style that I wanted for Enchanted by Nature. I would have loved it to have taken more of this direction. And yeah, I was just very happy. I was like John Hamm. I was disassociating from reality and just enjoying the vibes of making Sims for this pack and listening to Lana, the queen, mother herself. So it says, what's in this pack? Mix charming prairie fashion and vintage pieces. So where cottage living and the kind of cottagecore that came in that pack was very English centric, I would say this is more like farmland American prairie vibes, which is very popular right now. I know some kids who, again, do not align with the politics of that at all, but they love the aesthetic. Like, it's very popular with the youths. Mixed charming prairie fashion and vintage pieces for the Sims 4 Prairie Dreams Kit. From rustic to elegant, these looks bring the romance of the countryside to wherever your Sims live. This kit is about mixing rustic and vintage fashions for a timeless aesthetic. With pieces like the short overalls, leather boots, daisy jewelry, and lace-trimmed dresses, the soft, dreamy vibes of prairie life can be part of any Sims story created by Miko. So I went and checked out Miko's websites. I don't think I've heard of Miko before. Like, I was not familiar with the name. I was not familiar with the CC. And I have been sleeping on Miko because, sorry, dog's barking next door. It's only me. It's only me, puppy. Knows my voice. Yeah, I went and looked at Miko's website and I was like, oh no, I am about to break my no CC rule. I am about to download 1 billion gigabytes of this really pretty, like, girly, ultra feminine aesthetic. I may have made a mistake looking at that website. So I encourage you, especially if you don't have the money for a kit right now, definitely go and look at the free CC that's out there. If you're a PC user, if you're able to download CC, there's so much great stuff. It is a slippery slope though, so don't say I didn't warn you. And yeah, of course, as well, if you're going to use a creator code, if you're purchasing this kit, please use Miko's creator code, don't use mine. They deserve all the credit. I'm not sure of the gender of Miko. I assume female because a lot of the content is for female Sims. I didn't actually see anything for male Sims, so it's interesting that there is stuff for male Sims in this pack. We'll get onto that in a minute. The other thing that I wanted to say was that you can while this is kind of all pastel colours, like it's very kind of like soft, pastel-y, romantic, trad wife in this image, you can usurp that a little bit. You can make it a little bit more swamp witch. You can make it a little bit more dark sorcerer vibes, and you can also make it much more modern as well, kind of a bit more 90s with the big boots and like the little daisy jewelry. And especially if you've got other packs installed, even like base game has some good jeans right now. You can really mix it up and make it a little bit more rock and roll. So I'll show you kind of what I've been up to with that as we jump into The Sims. So I'll let you kind of read the rest of that yourself if you'd like to. And yeah, let's get into it. Here she is, the girl making all the noise in the background. So I have 3 Sims for this pack. I don't want to go into their story in too much detail. The vibe of them is, the kind of backstory is, I've got Matilda McCartney. Let me zoom in so you can see how pretty she is. I've got Matthew McCartney. Very sort of like 50s, like almost like Greaser vibes. I don't know why he's howling. He's a bro. They do these things. And Linda Parton, who I think looks a bit like Glinda. Like I feel like, especially when I first made her, she really, really looked like Ariana Grande. And I kind of like carried on tweaking her a little bit, and she kind of lost it a little bit. I've got face blindness, so who knows? I think it's something to do with her eyebrows and her eyes. She really gave, like, I forgot her name again, Ariana Grande. So I thought I'll call her Linda, and I've given her the iconic last name Parton as well, because she's giving Dolly Parton. She's giving vintage glamour. Love them so much. So basically, Matilda McCarthy, I'm saying the name wrong. It's because I'm thinking like cart, like a horse and cart. Matilda McCarthy, Matthew McCarthy, and Linda Parton all kind of live in a very, very small rural town in what would be the Sims equivalent of America. I don't know, probably like the horse ranch, like Chestnut Ridge or something. And it's a very, very traditional town. It's a small town. Everybody kind of knows each other. And they kind of resist technology a lot. They don't really like, you know, going to a big hospital with big machines, and, you know, they don't really trust modern science and things like this. You know, they really have that kind of living off the land, natural vibe. But this family, they're a little bit different. They have a few secrets, which may be very obvious with the animations, but, you know, to the general town, this is a very well-respected family. They're quite quiet. They don't really keep to themselves. I don't think you could in a small town, but Matilda's very respected because she is actually the town herbalist. She's all about natural remedies, very much like you know, the Watcher provides the medicine that we need for our natural bodies. Any illness can be cured with herbs, and, you know, nature provides kind of thing. She's very living off the land, very airy-fairy, you know, don't trust modern medicine, all those bad chemicals. She's think like a bit Handmaid's Tale, you know, like the chemicals are bad. We need to have like fresh fruits and vegetables. So I'd say that's like, I'm trying to do something here where I'm taking a nuanced approach. It's kind of like good and bad, right? It's kind of like, not, I don't want to have like fully good or fully bad. Like my kid was kind of like, you should have the town witch. And I was like, she was like, she should be married to like an evil vampire. And I was like, it's too obviously usurping the idea of, you know, trad wife culture, right? It's too controversial. I wanted something that was more subtle. So yeah, she's very, you know, people really love her. She has this holistic approach to, you know, curing the town's ailments. You know, why she's so good at it is what might be a little bit more hidden. But she has Elixir Enthusiast, she has Love Bug, family orientated and generous. Like I say, I was listening to the mother, Lana, while I was making her, and I really wanted to kind of like use her as inspiration for that style. I need to say, I made these characters before I got the kit, so I'll show you how I made them, and then we'll dive into how I updated them with the kit items and kind of like look at everything individually in a moment. But yeah, so I was thinking I really wanted that kind of like very like mother energy, you know, very ultra feminine, soft, you know, almost pillowy in her appearance. And so, yeah, that's how I ended up with Matilda McCartney. Now, they don't have children yet, but there's nothing for children in this pack, but I think they absolutely would. You know, she is family orientated. I think she would be very, very interested in raising a really big family, having lots of children. She's a very loving, very generous, very giving character. I have given her some likes and dislikes and kind of preferences and things like that as well. So yeah, they have their own personal taste. I will say though, I'll check it's still the same. I seem to have a bug where I can't give them likes and dislikes for the turn-ons and turn-on category. The likes and dislikes seems fine. It's just turn-ons and turn-offs that seem to be broken for me. So I don't know what's going on with that. So yeah, I'll show you her vibe. She's kind of like barefoot and pregnant. That's kind of her vibe. But I'll kind of flick through and show you kind of her aesthetic that I kind of made with all packs installed. So nothing that I'm showing you right now is from the new kit. We'll get into the details of that in the future, but I want to show you kind of who she is, like what her style is, and yeah, that's her. So we've also got Matthew McCarthy. I keep on thinking like Jenny McCartney, which again, he has this kind of like almost 1950s, almost like Greaser style, I guess. I think like John Travolta in Grease. I'm sorry, they're still sending me messages, but I wanted him to be kind of, he gets on really well with the guys. He's kind of like stereotypical bro. He likes kind of like wrestling and, you know, survival stuff. He likes getting out in nature. I'm sorry, my phone is pinging away in the background. I'm so sorry that's so annoying. They're saying I'm an urban myth among teachers because I keep having to ring school and college and shout at them. No, I negotiate with them quite firmly. Yeah, he is one of the boys. He's one of the lads. He's a little bit, he's a little bit alpha male, if you want to go with that stereotype, but he's a really good person. He really loves nature. He really cares about the environment. So as such, he is an eco-innovator. If we had cars, Sims team, Sims 4, Sims devs, are you listening to me? If we had cars, he would be a mechanic, 100%. Like, he's handy, he lifts stuff, he grew up on a farm, he's strong. So yeah, eco-innovator worked as well for him. He's a green fiend, just something a bit different from loves the outdoors, which I totally overuse. He's an idealist and he's a bro. So he's like a good bro, you know? These are his preferences if you want to have a quick look at those, and I'll quickly flick through and show you kind of the outfits that I made for him with all packs installed, but not the new kit. So I really like this one as well. I imagine, because he's wearing like, oh my god, my phone. I imagine he's wearing jeans as like his formal outfit. I could turn off my notifications, but I don't want to in case something important comes through. Yeah, so I like the idea of him wearing like jeans as a formal outfit because he is kind of like, you know, deep south, kind of Midwest, I don't know, American places. And then the idea of like, this was like his grandfather's belt buckle, and it's like an expensive, good quality, like heirloom piece. So that's kind of why he's wearing something like that as his formal outfit. It's kind of like proud of where he's from. Athletic is this. I made his trainers look a little bit dirty and like well worn, you know, a little bit of make do and mend going on with this family. Sleepwear, daddy. Oh, you can see as well, he's had a few scrapes. He does, you know, he liked climbing trees a lot as a child. He's been in a few fights, so he does that howl. It's just the school howl, guys. Don't worry about that. But yeah, he's very hairy as well for some reason. Okay, his party wear is this. I think he looks super cute. Swimwear, again, just I couldn't resist. This is his hot weather outfit, and this is his cold weather outfit. I think he's a bit of a cutie patootie. I think he's definitely a little bit different than the normal style that I'd make for a guy. I don't know why he's reminding me of like, I don't know what it is about the hair and like the 50s vibes and like the slim face. Kind of makes me think of like Kevin Bacon a little bit, maybe in like Footloose. I don't think he looks like him. He just reminds me of him with the aesthetic. Jumping over to Linda Parton. She is a sweetie. I made her quite like I imagine she's petite, I imagine she's small, and then I imagine like she's a bit of a tomboy, but she grew up on a farm, she grew up with like a lot of brothers, and you know, she, again, if we had cars, she'd be like working in the garage, she'd be like mending the tractors, so she's really quite hands-on. She doesn't mind kind of like, you know, doing her share of the heavy lifting. So I want to have like a kind of a relaxed, more tomboy style rather than the ultra feminine style of Matilda. But I'll kind of flick through and show you some of her outfits. I also think she's such a cutie. She really gives like Marilyn Monroe vibes. You know, Dolly Parton, Marilyn Monroe. Just, she seems really sweet, you know. So going through formal wear, her athletic wear, sleepwear, party wear, swimwear, hot weather, and cold weather. I've also given her a few custom moles because there's no moles for the legs, and so I thought, because she's got the mole on her face, I thought it was kind of sexy to have those like leg moles. So yeah, I just used the tattoo system from Businesses and Hobbies for that. I think she's extremely cute. I would marry this girl in a heartbeat. She's adorable. But let's have a look at some of the new items that come with this pack. I'm going to start with Matilda, and I'm going to just go over here and click here, and we can have a quick look through, and then I'll go into more detail of, actually no, do you know what, I'll show you, how do I want to do this? I'll show you the secondary outfits, which are the outfits that kind of came with the makeover. So updated with the new kit, she's got this absolutely gorgeous dress on. She's also got some new jewelry. There's matching earrings for this as well. They're really, really cute. And again, I'll go into more detail in a moment. I updated her formal wear with this absolutely stunning dress. Again, this is really my taste. If someone gave me all these clothes in real life, I would be so happy. Like, these are the kind of really pretty clothes that I see on like quite expensive dress websites that I can't afford because I don't have anywhere to wear them to. Do you know what, honestly, if someone gave me this dress, I would run through a field wearing it. I would just become Kate Bush in a field and just haunt people. But yeah, it's so pretty. Like, oh, it's just that kind of like ultra feminine, girly, soft, romantic look that really appeals to me. Again, it's not to everybody's taste. Literally the only difference here is that I updated her socks. New socks. Finally, after what, 8 years of The Sims 4, we're finally getting like cute little girly ankle socks. I appreciate it. We have had one or two, but they're very few and far between. I feel like people forget about socks all the time. Sleepwear, let me show you her updated sleepwear. So basically it's these like tights. This came from the lingerie kit, and then she has that little choker on, which again is like from the new kit. I think, you know, she's seducing her partner that night in this outfit. Going over to party wear, so she has this. Again, this is kind of the aesthetic that I would have really, really liked for Enchanted by Nature. It's what I was expecting. Yeah, just kind of the clothes that girls wear when they're really into Baldur's Gate, me. You know, there's a lot of like corsets and pretty things online, and you know, the girls yearn to be girls sometimes. Not all of them, I don't speak for the entirety of the girl population, but you know, sometimes you just want to be pretty. Sometimes you want to wear lace and bows, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be a statement for all of femkind, you know, you can just be like, I want to be girly today. We also get this skirt. I'm not the biggest fan of like long skirts in the game. I don't know, they sometimes look a bit too bulky, a bit off to me, which kind of puts me off using them, but I do think this is a particularly pretty one. I like this hem with the additional like fabric to create the fill. You see what I mean? When she moves, it kind of stretches funny. So that's just my preference. It's just the way the Sims 4 is. Big skirts kind of look a bit odd, but yeah, she kind of gives Victorian Ghost. Like, she could haunt me in my dreams tonight, and I would thank her. So going over here, no new sleepwear for her. This is her hot weather outfit. I changed her hair for this one. I think that hair's from Laundry Day, but I love that. It's giving, you know, the land girls, like, we can do it. The poster is so cute. Also very, when you see it on Linda, very, very Marilyn Monroe-esque. That kind of 90s, 50s look. The mules are from a different pack, but the top and the kind of, what are they called? Like cycling shorts? What are they called? I can't think what they're called. Like cropped, short, tight legging pants. totally forgot the name of them. Yeah, cute. Are they cycling? They're not cycling shorts, are they? They've got a different name. Driving me crazy. It's fine. Cold weather, I did give her another cold weather outfit. You get this very cute knitwear. It's so sweet. I like the texture of the knit. It does look a little tiny bit blurred to me. I feel like it could have a little bit more definition. Maybe it could have a bit of a trim at the top. But again, this isn't, maybe the buttons could also be raised. So it's not perfect, but again, it's made by an individual CC creator. It's not made by the Sims team themselves. So they're going to use their own technique, their own style, their own tools, the way that they do things. So, you know, I think it's close enough to Max's match, and I think it's pretty enough that I will wear it a lot of the time. Just, it's very cute. I have like a blue, like little jumper in a very similar style. I love it. Now I can hear my washing machine in the background. This is a very noisy video. The skirt exists from other packs already, so do the boots. Again, I'll go into minute detail about what is and isn't in this pack. I don't want to false advertise. All packs are installed, but I will go through each individual item at the end. So Matthew McCarthy, what is wrong with me? He is wearing this. Again, I want this style for Enchanted by Nature. This is giving Astarian, you know, if it had a few more frills on it, very Astarian. Kind of reminds me a little bit of like Life and Death as well, that kind of like Romanian style that they had going on. So I really, really like this. I think it's just a very cute, you know, if you're playing like a historical game, I think this kit is going to be very, very helpful because it does feel a little bit vintage in that way. I love this. These jeans are from a different pack, but I wanted to show you like a different way of styling them. There's one pair of pants that comes in this pack. They're very nice. They do remind me of things that came with packs like Life and Death. I think there was like a menswear kit that had some nice pants in as well. But I wanted to dress it down with a pair of jeans, so I got those from a different pack. I think probably Cottage Living. What's going on here? This outfit feels like a wild card to me. I dressed it. It's definitely giving kind of, I don't know, like designer, like Gucci, Valentino, I don't know, core, like menswear style. Again, menswear doesn't seem to be Miko's, I'm sorry if I mispronounced, forte. The website does seem more aimed at items for female Sims, so I appreciate that they gave it a go. I think maybe the proportions are ever so slightly off. I think his waist maybe looks a bit too slim. You know, if you compare here, he has got a slim waist to be fair, but it really cinches with those pants. I love the style, I love the vision. It's kind of giving sailor, you know, like I joined the Navy. I almost feel like if this loose collar came down into like, you know, like the handkerchief style that sailors wear, like it would be very, very sailor core. So I can see it. It's kind of almost a little bit 1950s and back from the war, you know. I think it's quite cute. Also a little bit like Sinatra-y, maybe. Yeah, I like the vision on that one. And then again, another outfit. So same top from a different pack, but these are the new pants that came from this pack. Again, just very nice. I thought it gave kind of like boater, I own a yacht vibes. I don't know why you'd own a yacht if you lived in Chestnut Ridge, but maybe it's an investment opportunity that he signed up for. He is a bro. And he's got his kind of like boating shoes and his boating hat. The boating hat's new as well, but yeah, that's that vibe. I feel like he needs a watch. You know, the vintage glamour watch? I'd probably put that on him there as well. So I've updated his athletic wear with this ribbed vest, which comes with the new kit. Very, very nice. I like this because we have quite a few vests, but we don't have anything ribbed. And I really like the ribbed texture for men. So I think this is such a simple, kind of classic, like wardrobe basic piece that I feel like I'm going to be able to use this with a lot of different pants in the game. Like if I've got a pair of pants that, you know, are a bit hard to match with, maybe they've got a lot of styling going on with them, I think having a little basic like that, very, very nice. They are known as wife beaters though, which feels thematic to the overall theme and vision. So not encouraging that kind of behavior. He never would. He's such a good guy, but if you're doing storytelling, there is that option. Again, with this top. Like, I love how hairy he is. It's so funny to me. Just cute. Very, very cutesy. Does feel very prairie. The dog's barking again. It's only me, mate. Maybe he can hear him howling constantly, so he's like barking back. Party wear, he's got this going on because this is a separate top. This is what made me so excited that it's not even tagged for party wear, and I was like, that is your party outfit, bro. But yeah, I was so excited about this because I saw the suspenders on the initial artwork, and I was like, oh, I like that. There's a couple of outfits with suspenders in the game that I like already. You know, it'd be nice to have another one. And then I realized it was a separate top, so it's not a full outfit like the other ones. It's a separate top, so you can literally mix and match and put it with any bottoms. I love it. So many possibilities. Probably one of my favorite items from the pack, I'm gonna be honest with you. So putting it on with the jeans, again, it just gives kind of like I'm going down to the barn to do some line dancing. I love it so much. So a lot of the items that I'm pairing it with, quite a few items from Horse Ranch work really, really well with this pack. I definitely recommend, if you're looking for more of this theme, Horse Ranch might be the way to go. And then this, which feels quite modern actually. I'll talk more about this when we kind of come to it, when we look at individual items, but this feels a bit more city boy. I think because it's so like oversized, it kind of gives urban wear. We'll come back to that. Swimwear, that, this. What am I doing? I've lost the plot. Listen, for the last 2 nights, I have not had hardly any sleep. Not last night, but the night before, I found out about this kit and got really excited about it at 4 a.m. I don't know why I was awake at 4 a.m. I was summoned to The Sims 4 at 4 a.m. and I was like, oh my god, there's a new kit and it looks really nice and pretty and I'm excited, and then just couldn't sleep. And then last night, took ages to get to sleep, and about 2:30 in the morning I had a nightmare and woke up, couldn't get back to sleep. I looked at my phone. No, do you know what? I must have woke up at about 2 o'clock when the announcement was made, like UK time, and then took me about half an hour to be like, I'm not going back to sleep, I'm going to check my phone and browse social media for a bit, and I realized that Larian had announced Divinity at the Game Awards, and that was it. There was no more sleep for me. My brain exploded in excitement and theories and lore. So go and watch my Divinity series if you're interested in that. It's a new series that I'm doing, so we learn the lore before that game comes out. I'm gonna go back to The Sims because I'm all over the place. I'm so scatty, I've not had enough sleep. Please be kind to me. If you want me to get some rest, shout, go to sleep, Cindy, in the comments. Okay, so yeah, this is a full outfit. Again, quite cute. We have a lot of shorts like this in the game. I would have really liked this t-shirt as a separate item. Again, maybe the proportions are a tiny bit off, but it doesn't feel like the creator usually makes menswear, so I'll give them a bit of a pass on that one, like a free pass, you know. I won't blame them too much. But yeah, that's him. Let's go to Linda Parton. I'm just gonna try and pick up speed a little bit now. This is so cute. Look at her little freckles on her leg. Look at her little boots and her little frilly socks inside. Like the frill on the edge of this item, really pretty. The shading seems a bit off. I feel like it's got maybe like a bit of a dirty vintage look. Like it doesn't look clean, which makes it feel like the shading or the lighting's a bit off somehow. But I do like the item. I think the shape of it is very cute. I really like the lace on it. Really, really cute with the boots. Oh, she's so cute. I adore her. I always fall in love with my Sims. It's a problem. Again, just a different variation on how to wear this. So she has this long skirt and this very, very cute little top. I feel like we do have a few tops like this in the game already. I think it would have been nice if this one was longer and tucked in, just as something a bit different from the ones we already have. It would have been nice if there was like a matching skirt so you could wear it as a full dress as well. Maybe I would approach that one specifically a little bit differently, but it is very nice. I feel like it fits better than a lot of the other kind of like similar tops that we already have as well. I really, really like that texture. I like the pattern. Athletic wear, nothing new. Sleepwear, I just basically changed the colour of the top and put these pants on her. These are not tagged for sleepwear. They're not my favourite item. They're something a bit different. They're very cute. I probably will warm up to them. When my eldest walked in the room and I was showing her the kit, she said they're my favourite item. So it's just a matter of taste. eldest loved them. I was like, do you know, I think I would have liked these if there was a few swatches that didn't have the pattern but had some lace applied. I think I would have liked, you know, a slightly plainer, more lacy version of them. Yeah, but I use them for nightwear. I'll probably warm up to them. There's this, again, just showing you a different variant. So you've seen this crop top already, sorry, this corset already with a skirt. I personally love a corset with a pair of jeans. This is how I would wear a corset in real life, just with a pair of quite loose fitting, kind of almost boyish jeans. There's something about the kind of having those two things next to each other that I think is really, really cute. So having like the very ultra girly feminine top and then the boyish pants, I think it kind of emphasizes the femininity of it by wearing the boyish pants. I love it. I adore it. It feels very 90s to me. She almost feels a bit like Drew Barrymore in True Romance, you know, a bit like manic pixie dream girl. So nothing new for swimwear. Ooh, I jumped ahead. Again, that kind of like almost Marilyn Monroe cutesy outfit. My Nana would have absolutely worn this. My Nana loved a cardigan. Like, this would have been her style. She was so ladylike and cute. I think I might have made my Nana accidentally in the game. She had like beautiful white hair as well. But yeah, I love this top so much. Super duper cute. These little pants are adorable as well. I really like it with the boots as an alternative to kind of like, I showed you the one with the mules that was like really kind of very 50s looking. This feels a bit softer. It does feel a bit more like Marilyn Monroe. I think it's really, really sweet. Cold weather, nothing new there. Okay, let's look at the individual items. Let's go back to the start. Let's create a new outfit and look at each piece individually. I'm going to start with full body. Actually, do you know what? No, I'll start with the head and I'll start with accessories. So no new hairstyles. There is new headwear. This is available for both male and female Sims. I can't speak anymore. Again, I'm absolutely delusional at the moment. I am sorry. I'm trying to make content when my brain is on hyper excited mode. But yeah, this is what we've got going on here. Very, very cute, very well made. I like the texture of it. I quite like the thickness of it as well. It feels suitable because it's obviously like a braided straw hat. So it does feel like barbershop quartet style. I think I could have done with like maybe one or two more swatches. Maybe like this color with like a white ribbon would have been nice. But it is a nice hat. It's a little bit different from the one that we got from, I think, probably Get Together as well. Actually, do you know what? I can take off the tag. No, I don't want to take off the tag. I don't want to mess up my tags. But there is one from Get Together. It sits further back on the head. It's got more of a tilt, more of an angle. This one sits more kind of like flat on the head. So there is a bit of variance there if that's something that you're interested in. The jewelry is so pretty. Let me show you all the options on this necklace. It's so nice. Like sometimes with jewelry swatches, you get some that are like unrealistic. It's like jewelry doesn't look like this. This, with it being kind of like a metal with an enamel color on it, feels very realistic. This feels like, you know, every single swatch is something that I would use. You can pretty much mix and match with whichever outfit you're using as well. Like, you know, if you're looking for full gold, you've got full gold, full silver, you've got that. And then like with the blue, I think it's very, very pretty. Yeah, I love it so much. Really, really like that item. And then you've got as well like the matching earrings that come in the same color swatches. So yeah, you can really, actually I feel like there's a few extra color swatches for the earrings, which is interesting. The red as well, just something a little bit more vibrant, a bit brighter. I really like the kind of like daisy style. I just think they're very pretty. Again, that is something I would absolutely 100% wear in real life. Very, very cute. We've also got, sorry, my phone again. Why does everybody want me? Yeah, so this choker as well, very pretty. It does look a little bit less Maxis match and a little bit more alpha to me. I think because the lace has so much detail to it, but it is very pretty. I will not say no to more chokers in the game. We don't have anything that's this like lacy in the game already. I feel like I'm going to use this quite a lot. I think I prefer the more skin toned, like the cream and the brown. Some of the more vibrant colors, this one's quite a nice one. Some of the more brightly colored ones, I think it emphasizes the kind of alpha-iness of it. But the softer colors, the more muted tones, I think work really, really nicely. I just think it's very pretty. Like the black is lovely, and I know I'm going to use it. Oh my god, I've just noticed the clasp on the back. Again, that is such a vintage clasp. I had a babysitter when I was very, very young, and she was an older lady. And one of her friends passed away, and she gave me a bag full of costume jewelry and like lace gloves and, you know, like fake pearls and things like this. And it was all so pretty and so beautiful. It was really, really lovely. And they had all those very nice kind of vintage clasps on them. So just core memory triggered. There's new makeup as well, which surprised me. I wasn't really expecting it, and it's very, very pretty. And it's these very lovely little daisy kind of flower marks around the eyes. Again, really nice if you're playing with fairies. I think this is just a very pretty thing. Or like sorry, I'm so sorry that I have to keep checking my phone. The message with no context was "bitches love my moustache," so I need to definitely look at whatever that is referring to. But you can actually play around with the colors here. So if I wanted like red, for example, I could change the slider to something more of a reddy hue, and then up the saturation. So eventually finding the red. So you can really mess around with the colors on this. You know, you've got full, like that kind of like dark, kind of almost like autumnal red color. Very pretty. Yeah, you've got like a lot of flexibility with here to find whatever color you're looking for on those. Very, very nice. I feel again like that's something I'm going to use quite often. Very pretty. Let's keep going and go to the full body outfits then. So we've got this little window, which already you know I love. It's like a shirt dress. It's like a little play suit with the lace. Oh, it's so adorable. You've got that stronger color. I love gingham as well, like the gingham check. Really nice. And then you've got like the plain ones as well. Black. Again, I'm such a sucker for black. I love black clothing in real life. I'm the sort of person all my food goes down my front, right? Whatever I'm eating, going down my front. So if I wear white, I'm at risk of getting tomato sauce down it. Black hides a lot of sins, so I do like my black clothing. But we've got some other colours as well. Again, I really like the contrast colours. I think they're suitable. I think they're complementary. That pink is a little bit too bubblegum. I would have preferred something a bit... Well, actually, do you know what? There you go. I got it. I've already got it. Interesting as well, the kind of like muted lace on that one. But yeah, I think it's really cute. I like these kind of blues. It's almost like a denim blue. Very, very cutesy. And then a very cute little gingham red check. I love it. I remember going through this phase so hard. Probably maybe like circa 2005 roughly. I went in my girly check prairie phase. This dress is so pretty. I really, really like it. It is such a prairie dress, you know. It makes me want to frolic. And like, I don't know, it's so pretty. The colours are so nice. The pattern's so nice. You do get some without the pattern. I think this is probably my favourite, like the white with the very muted pale pattern on it. But then you get some that aren't patterned as well. And again, if you're creating kind of like, you know, if you're doing like a crucible, like where's the witch kind of thing, you want like your dark sorcerer, you do have the kind of like darker colours as well. And also I feel like it's a little bit Scarlett O'Hara. You know what's making me think of as well? You know, there's Margot Robbie's doing Wuthering Heights, and she's gone for that kind of almost prairie vibe to Wuthering Heights in the costume. It's kind of making me think of that as well. Oh, the white is so pretty. Like, she's ready, the Virgin is ready for the sacrifice, you know. Someone summon the Witcher. I just really like it. I think it's really, really pretty. I want to take that necklace off though, just because it's distracting from the color combinations. This one is probably my favorite dress. I really like the cinched in waist. I like the corset style top. Again, I like the look at the ribbon on the back as well. It's super pretty. And again, this is what the creator does best, I think. This kind of ultra feminine prairie look, you know, tried and tested. The creator knows what they're doing with this. So I'm sorry for that annoying animation. She just keeps on doing it. The white, the cream, absolutely lovely. I like these stronger colors too. There's a lot of like pastel-y pinky colors. This one's a really nice one. And then you get like the deep red, again, Scarlett O'Hara vibes. Very, very nice. And again, if you want like the town temptress, you know, the seductress, the kind of red letter woman of the town, very, very nice for storytelling there. Yeah, really, really lovely. I like all these pastel shades. Just very pretty. I think I would have liked a kind of like blue tone as well on that. But apart from that, just really, really very pretty. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Going in here then, I'm going to put some bottoms on her so she's not inappropriate. Stop with that animation, please, girl. So yeah, showing you some of the colours on this. Again, I would definitely wear that. Really, really pretty, very cute. I love it as well. I think I made her like crocheting. Yeah, cross stitch. I imagine she does her own like knitting and like embroidery on her clothes. I can't with that anymore. I can't with that anymore. Let me switch over to her because the animations are driving me crazy. There we go. I wish there was an option to turn off the idols, and just make them stand still. Like, I wish there was like a little tab and I could just like click it and it'd be like, make this sim stand still, please, while I show things off. But yeah, let's have a look at these. Really super duper cute. Just such a nice pink. Like, I don't know, it just makes me feel mumsy. This is like mumcore. Every colour swatch is pretty on that. I really, really like the white. It just is it's so lovely. That's all I have to say. I just like it, okay? Again, the pattern on this is very nice. I feel like there's enough content as well if you do have a lot of packs, especially, you know, in a similar style, sort of like horse ranch, cottage living. You probably are going to be able to mix and match quite well. I like that there's the plain options as well in there. Again, you have seen me use this with these pants, so really, really nice. But yeah, the colours on this are so lovely. Like the pink. Oh, I love her. And again, obviously this corset. Again, I was so sad that we didn't get corsets like this with Enchanted by Nature, because I saw them all over the internet. Every time I went on YouTube, I'd be getting, you know, adverts for things like cider, which I don't love the brand cider, but they were very on trend with you know, a lot of the things that they were offering. You know, it's fast fashion, right? And I'd always be tempted by these beautiful corsets. And so yeah, I want one as well. I want them for when I play Baldur's Gate. So I was really sad we didn't get them with Enchanted by Nature, and we've got them now, so I'm happy. I really like the blue. If you've seen me playing Baldur's Gate, my character Cordia, she does wear a very pale blue corset, so like I want it in real life. I'm just gonna have a quick break and catch up with these messages, and then we'll keep looking through. I'm sorry that my phone's so busy today. Honestly, I've had one of those weeks. You know, you have weeks where everyone around you feels a little bit more demanding than usual, but it stacks up. And I need a lot of my like alone time. I need a lot of gaming time. I need, you know, I get stressed when I'm doing too much. And so I've been constantly giving to everybody else this week. You know, I feel like everybody's just, you know, crashing, you know, approaching burnout as we all approach Christmas. It's like everybody needs that break. And so I'm being like everybody else's emotional support and, you know, the person to talk to. And I'm like, when do I get emotional support? No, I'm getting emotional support. I'm being dramatic. But I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I think I'm caught up. All right, so yeah, really love this. That's all I have to say in a very long-winded way. I am recording online, crying out loud. Yeah, I'm gonna put the thing, you know, like I love something about mustaches on my video. Am I gonna insert the clip? No, I'm not. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it on Twitter or Blue Sky or something, and you can tell me what your energy is today. I said my energy is somewhere between goblin mode and fuck it, we ball. I'm like, you know, when you've not had enough sleep but you've got too much energy and you're a bit delusional. That's my energy today. I'm quite excited and happy as well because there's a lot of fun things on the horizon that I want to do. It's kind of like I'm in that mood of the world is burning but I'm dissociating and having fun. It's my energy. I'm like, everybody's evil. Everybody who owns everything is evil. So I'm just gonna do what makes me happy. And maybe I'm gonna do the Baldur's Gate strategy where in my first playthrough I kind of like played all the big bad evil guys against each other and hoped for the best. That's the energy that I'm in. Because what are you gonna do? I was actually thinking to myself, maybe I need to get some solar panels. So if, like, you know, in the future we have an apocalyptic situation, I can still get energy and play Divinity when it comes out. And pretend, save the world in Divinity and pretend real life isn't happening. I think that's my strategy going into 2026, guys. That's my resolution. Disassociate hard. So yeah, like I say, all these are patterned. I wish there was some not patterned options. I think these would have been really cute in white with some like lace going on somewhere. They look like pajama pants, but they're also jeans. I don't understand them. I think that's my problem. Like I say, my eldest was like, they're my favorite thing in the world ever. Cute skirt, has colors. It's nice. That's the end of that. That's all I have to say on that one. Oh my goodness. You can't see that because she's got the skirt on. I'm just gonna have to look at her knickers for a second. So we've got some new socks. These layer. These are probably under the leggings category. Yeah, and then you have like 2 pairs of socks as well. So they do kind of layer up if that's something you wanted to do for some reason. I'm saying that like, oh, look at how cute she is. You can just see a little mole poking up over the tights, and she's so cute. So sorry. Why am I the way I am? What I like about these, if I just jump back over to Matilda for a second, because I think I can demonstrate this a little bit better on her. So these, these kind of remind me with the skin color and the lace, and like all the nude colors of this item from the underwear kit that I can't remember the name of. Yeah. But it doesn't match exactly. It's not like a precise match. So they're also not tagged for sleep, but I'm like, maybe they should be though. Perhaps they should be. Do you see what I mean? Like the tonal colors. I think they're very sexy. I enjoy them. And there's some other socks too. God, my phone's pinging again. I'm gonna go absolutely delulu. What I really love about these socks, and honestly, do you know, you get excited about the small things, don't you? I really like a pair of ankle socks. Let me show you, actually, let me jump forward to, she looks insane. Again, this item is from a different pack. I don't want to confuse anyone. So, what am I trying to even show you here? Let me go back to here. There's some boots in this pack. There's some cute boots. I really like them. I really like the range of colours. You've got like black, you've got white, you've got all the leather colours going from like the light colour to the more orangey tan to the darker chocolate brown. And then you've got some fun kind of almost like Doc Marten colours thrown in there as well. Again, I think I'm going to use these boots a lot. I think they're very pretty. I think it would have been really cute to have had a few swatches with like a few flowers or embroidery up the side. I think they would have been extra cute. Very, very Doc Marten style. Sorry if I keep banging my elbow on the table. But yeah, these are cute. But I want to talk about the socks. So I'm going to get rid of these for a second. And we're going to look at... sorry, what am I even doing? I'm going to get rid of these for a second. And I want to look at some of the cute like dolly shoes. So like these that came with one of the recent kits. These that came with paranormal stuff. These are like the Bone Hilda shoes. Actually, do you know what? These cottagecore ones, these cottage living ones, little dolly shoes. I went through such a dolly shoe phase. I love them so much. Yeah, let me pick a nice colour. I think maybe these kind of purpley colour are very cute. So I would wear dolly shoes like this with the cute little socks. Sorry, I really am all over the place. So this to me, absolutely adorable. The cutest thing you could possibly wear as a woman. Like, I want to be a little China doll. Isn't that a Lana Del Rey song? Yeah, I think they're really, really cute. So I am excited for these ones as well that come a little bit further up the leg. Little girly socks with a little bit of lace on. I love them. I adore them. I can't resist them. And then if I take off Prairie Dreams as well and we just look at generally the socks that we had available, these I would use a lot of the time. You know, and you know, we didn't really have any other cute little girly socks. But now we do, because we have these, and they're adorable, and I love them, and I'm really thankful for them. Cute little girly dainty prairie socks. Yes, please. Oh, on a level of 1 to 10, how delusional do I sound right now? Right, I think I've looked at all the girls' things, so let's go over to the guy. Give us a howl. Don't mind if I do. And I'll kind of go through the individual items. I've taken off the filters because of course I have. There we go. So going to his face first, you do get the same hat, this kind of barbershop style bow tie hat, extremely cute. And your tops, you're getting the Astarian, as I'm gonna call it for the future of this video. I really like the clean white as well. You know, I feel like, you know, the housewives that would wear the prairie fashion really know how to get their whites white. I don't. If you spill something on your top, that stain is there forever. But yeah, I really like this. And again, if you're into things like D&D like I am, you want a party of adventurers, somebody's wearing this top. It might be your barbarian, it might be your bard, but somebody, it might be your barkeep. Someone is wearing this top. Really like it. The only thing I'd say I would personally think would improve it would be to have maybe like a contrast color for this. Maybe that could be brown. But other than that, cute top. I really like it with jeans. We've also got the wife beater top. Again, I really like this though. I think it's really nice for going for a run, you know, gym bros, lounging around like sleepwear. I think this is a really nice look. Like this with a pair of like checked pants. Comfy menswear for when it's a little bit warm. I like it. And he looks hot. I'm a big fan of body hair, and that's pretty sexy to me. Again, giving modern day Heathcliff. And then we have this as well, which again, really like this. I'm so excited. Like, look at this with the jeans. I can mix and match and put this with whatever I want and nobody can stop me. I really like it. So I really like the little gold clasp as well. It just takes it out of the farm and into the business room, the business suite. I don't know business. I know business as much as Romy and Michelle, like inventing post-its. Like that's as far as I get with the corporate office culture. Oh my god, I need to wrap up this video because I'm absolutely just demented. But yeah, I'm so excited for this. The ability to mix and match it with any bottoms just sends me straight to heaven. And then these are the jeans that come with this pack. Trousers that come with this pack. Again, they mix and match really nicely. They're like the perfect length for that top. I have noticed a little bit of clipping with these pants, so just be warned that you might put them on with a certain pair of boots. You're gonna get a bit of weird texture going on. There's a couple of tops that I've tried it with where, you know, the it doesn't have like a clean line. It kind of like blends into each other. So I'll try and remember with my absolute scatterbrain to feed that back to the Sims team and report it in the bugs forums. But yeah, other than that, really like these pants. Again, I love a pair of texture pants. Give me Dark Academia. I love it. And I like the texture as well. They're not that kind of like plasticky base game texture. They have got like almost like a felt texture to them. Very much like them. I like the belt as well. Classic, traditional, nice belt. The boots as well also come with this kit. These are the only footwear available for men. And they're nice. They're exactly the same as the female ones. Same colours. I like them. I love a pair of big boots, so I'm going to use those quite a lot. Again, these pants, they're cropped because can we have a pair of men's trousers that are full length, Sims team? Or are you allergic to 3 extra inches of fabric? I think I know the answer. But yeah, let me mix and match this top because genuinely, I probably like the little girly socks and this and a couple of the dresses are my favourite items from this pack. So let's see what you can go with. Pair of jeans. Amazing, looks great. Actually, let me change the colour. Let me have something a bit more... let's go with the black and white just because it's easier to mix and match. Now it's punk, you know? Now the guy is singing main skin on the stage. We could go with something like that. Again, it goes with everything. Guys, if you're a male watching this or a female, anyone can wear suspenders. If you're a human being and you're not wearing suspenders, what are you even doing? You know what? Have some. Oh, see what I mean? Some things clip. Have some joy and whimsy in your life, because everyone looks sexy in suspenders. Suspenders in the UK, we call these braces and suspenders interchangeably. So pick your favorite. But fucking, how has it taken the Sims team so long to? Sorry for the swear. How has it taken the Sims team so long to do this? Because it's my favorite thing since sliced bread. Why am I so excited? I think I'm so excited about this because I'm partly delusional through like lack of sleep and stress. But it's like sometimes when you're a little bit stressed out, you just need some joy and whimsy in your life. You need to get overexcited about a top in The Sims, right? Let me find the happiness wherever I can take it. So yeah, that's what's happening there. Yeah, the new pants, they kind of remind me of the pants that came with like Life and Death, and then like this kit. These are a little bit longer. I think I prefer these actually. But yeah, similar vibe. Oh, I will have your babies. I will have your babies. Maybe you don't want to give me your babies, but I'll take them anyway. Oh, I make myself laugh if nothing else. So let's go to this one first. Again, really cute colours. Definitely reminds me of like Italian sailor. Do you see it? Italian sailor vibes. Or maybe somebody who's in Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet. Either or, take your pick. Like this colour's really nice. This feels very high fashion to me. Very, very couture. Very, I'm a rich Italian man. And I like to pretend that I work on the docks, but actually I just pose for Instagram. That's exactly who that person is. And then you have this as well, which, cute. It's quite a modern, clean cut. That's giving Simon Cowell, so we'll move swiftly on. But yeah, the colour combinations are nice. There's nothing too loud or garish. Everything feels quite wearable. Nice to have a new kind of summer option for guys. And then there's this. Now, I don't want to be stereotypical, but when I saw this, especially in black and white, I've got a sim that I've been making forever because I was wanting more kind of, you know, like black streetwear in the game. I was like, we don't have enough of it. I think this came from a long time ago when I was playing Need for Speed. And I really, really, really like clothing in that game. And I was like, do you know what? This is a whole culture and it's not necessarily black, right? It's kind of like just streetwear, kind of urban culture, very kind of like rap influenced. And I was like, this is like a whole genre of clothing that we don't really have very much of in The Sims. And I really, really wanted more kind of like modern, specifically menswear, with this kind of almost hip-hop inspiration. So I am going to switch over to a sim that I've been working on for quite a while. I don't know why he's a perpetual project, but I really, really like him. So let me go to households, and where is he? Where is he? Here he is. Oh, Josh Webb. He's such a cutie patootie. Let me just merge. Because, you know, like you get a new outfit and you're like, I know exactly which sim I want to put that on. So, like I say, he's got this kind of like hip hop style. He's an absolute cutie patootie. The reason why I don't think I've put him on the gallery yet is, one, I haven't quite finished tinkering with his clothes, and two, he's a bit too smooth looking. He's a bit too Instagram filter, right? He's a bit too pretty. I'm like, I need to give him like a little bit of skin texture, you know, a little bit of like maybe a bit of shaving rash, or like a little bit of kind of like acne scarring, just to give his face a little bit more interest. I don't like it when Sims are too perfect, too filtered looking. But yeah, that outfit, I was like, that is going on him. He would 100%. Look at that. He looks so good. I love it. So this kit's made me really happy. If I hadn't have got the code from the Sims team, I think I've looked at everything. I'm so sorry. I'm so scatterbrained. I don't know what I have and haven't done at this point. But if I hadn't have got the code through the Creator Network, I would have bought this kit. I really, really like the style of it. Again, it's so my taste, both in The Sims and in real life. I really, really like the idea of having, you know, that storytelling of the nuance and the potential conflict of having something that feels like a very tradwife community, and like good, you know, and like God fearing and God honoring and all that stuff. And like, but then you know, maybe not quite fitting in, maybe having something going on where, you know, you have to hide that part of yourself from that community, either because you're scared of scaring them, or because I want to say that they get on really, really well with the community around them. You know, they have a good relationship with the community. I don't think I ever talked about Linda. Oh my God, what is she wearing? I'm sorry. They wouldn't have a good relationship with her if she walked down the middle of the street with no pants on. She would be in jail and having a mental health assessment. But yeah, she's an esteemed entrepreneur. So she's going to own like a little local corner shop. Again, if we had cars, I feel like she'd own a garage. She'd be like the little town mechanic. It would be adorable. Maybe she'd have like a little, in America, they're called like a 7-Eleven, right? A little, we call them like a spa or a corner shop, or a like I don't know, there's another word, like an off license. You know, she'd have like a little convenience store attached to it. Yeah, and then she's a party animal, she's self-assured, and she's a horse lover. So she's very outgoing. She really likes she's just a very sociable person. As the kind of corner shop owner, she talks to all the local people. She knows everybody's like mum's names. You know, she's like, what's going on with your family? Did your baby get better? She's involved, right? So I want to say they have a really good relationship with the local community, but they are hiding a few things about who they are that maybe the community that is very traditional wouldn't necessarily approve of and would find problematic. And so I think it's a really nice story. Let me just get rid of Josh because I love him so much, but he is for a different video or he's just going to keep making guest appearances and never get his own video. I'm sorry, Josh. But yeah, I really like the idea of playing through this situation where, you know, maybe you put them in somewhere like Chestnut Ridge and they have these aspects about themselves that they need to hide from the local people. And even though they have a great relationship with everybody, there is that kind of underlying potential controversy. And then as well, like, do they raise their family there? You know, I do think Matilda would love to have a big family of children. You know, she's a very mothering person. So living out their lives like that and, you know, having these this fear of their secrets coming out, I think could be a really interesting storyline. So if you want them, I'll upload them to the gallery. You can explore them a little bit more deeply yourself. And again, the way that they present may not be who they are deep inside. So just be aware of that when you kind of get to know them a little bit better. But I hope you've enjoyed, and let me know if you do play with them, what happens in their story, and yeah, keep me in the loop. And I'm gonna go. Take care of your faces, and I will see you again soon. And again, watch out for the giveaway because I have a bit of an idea about how I might do it. I just couldn't put the code in the video in the way that I have been doing because I think maybe I could do it in a better way that's more transparent, and I do want to follow all the kind of like advertising rules. So again, I'm a solo creator. I don't have a big legal team, so I was following the rules as I understood them to this point, but I think maybe there's a better way of doing it. So stick with me, follow me on Blue Sky, follow me on X, watch out for any announcements, follow me on Twitch as well. I do have intentions to be on Twitch more, and yeah, all that good stuff. And I will see you again soon. Bye, friends. Oh, another thing as well, if you have this kit already, you do already follow me on social media platforms. If you want to send me pictures of your Sims and like how you've styled these outfits, please do. I really love seeing what other creators are doing with these kits. If you want someone to kind of lore dump on, I will be that girl. And thank you for watching the video so far. I'm gonna go. Take care of your faces. Join me for Delulu 2026, and I will see you again soon. Bye, friends.